Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us at New Jersey City University's Adult and Continuing Education Virtual Info Session. We'll be starting shortly. We want to give a few minutes for our guests, all our guests, to join in. So while we wait, please take a look at the promo video, and we will be starting at about 5:35. All right, thank you all so much. We will be starting shortly. Thank you. All right. Good day, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us at this exciting virtual information session. I am Tyra Rogala, Administrator of Adult and Continuing Education, and it's my pleasure to welcome you today. We're thrilled to have you here as we explore the wide array of opportunities that NJCU's Office of Adult and Continuing Education has to offer. Whether you're looking to advance in your current career, pivot into something new, or earn a professional certification, you've come to the right place. A couple of housekeeping rules before we begin. This session is being recorded, so please be mindful of your audio and video settings, as well as any personal or sensitive information you share. We request that all microphones are muted during the presentations. However, there will be an opportunity for Q&A. At that time, please type your comments and questions in the chat or use the raised hand emoji and we will answer each of them. Before we dive in, let's get to know a little bit more about you. In the chat, let us know where you're joining us from and what type of program you're most interested in. Perhaps you're here to explore healthcare certifications, real estate sales, or maybe something else. If you're still in the discovery phase and need a little more guidance, that's perfectly okay too. You can scan the QR code that will be on the screen shortly to access our mini quiz, and program options will be emailed to you thereafter. Either way, drop a question, drop a quick response in the chat and let's see what areas interest you most. Is everyone able to see the QR code? Thank you. Yes. So if you're, as I mentioned before, if you're still in the discovery phase, please feel free to access this QR code. There's a mini quiz attached to it, and program options will be emailed to you. Like I said, either way, drop a question, a response in the chat, and let's see what areas most interest you. Now, let me take a moment to introduce you to our incredible team, the key people who make all this possible. Dr. Wanda Rutledge, in absentia, is the Interim Dean of Graduate Studies in Adult and Continuing Education. Her leadership and vision drive our programs forward. Janine Perfield, our administrative assistant, ensures everything runs smoothly behind the scenes. Selena Scher, data and brand strategy specialist, plays a pivotal role in equipping our operations with industry insights on the educational landscape. Nicole Valencia Flores, our social media marketing manager, keeps you connected with our exciting updates across LinkedIn, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. Bisola Babalola, our student experience advisor and job placement support, is available to ensure that students receive the guidance and support needed to succeed in their career journey. And last but not the least, Reina Hoxaj, our brand communications assistant, works tirelessly to provide you and the rest of our community with the most up to date events and program information. We're thrilled to have you join us and are here to guide you through everything NDCU's adult and continuing education offers. Let's take a quick moment for another interaction. Please utilize the chat for this. How many of you are currently working in your field and looking to level up? Or are you exploring a career change? If you're comfortable, type leveling up or career change in the chat. We want to ensure we're tailoring our conversation to what you're most excited about. Now, let me share with you all our mission. Adults in continuing education has a mission. We believe that learning should extend across the lifespan and should never stop. Our programs are designed to support youth, adults, and mature learners, providing accessible, flexible, and career focused education. Plus, we offer courses in both English and Spanish to serve our bilingual community. Who are we? As NJCU's non credit division, we help learners enhance personal enrichment, advance their careers, transition into new industries, and pursue degree pathways. With over 1,000 programs across in demand industries, we ensure there's something for everyone. What makes our program stand out? We offer live interactive courses with expert faculty mentorship, hands on experiential learning opportunities to build real world skills, flexible online, in person, and hybrid career training designed for workforce success, and short 6-week courses to explore new areas of interest, and university partnerships, of course, for prior learning credits towards a degree. At NJCU, we have high demand programs. Our programs are nationally high demand, and some of the most popular programs we offer include healthcare and allied certifications, real estate programs, information technology, logistics and supply chain management, international trade with a specialization in import and export or freight broker agent training, project management certification, which is globally recognized credentials. And all of these prepare you to lead projects across industries. Our programs are designed to enhance your employability skills, equipping you with the expertise and confidence needed to thrive in today's competitive job market. Why should you choose NJCU? At NJCU, we are committed to empowering learners with the skills, knowledge, and credentials they need to succeed in today's job market. Whether you're looking to start a new career, upskill, or explore a passion, we have a program for you. Don't just take our word for it. Hear firsthand from one of our recent graduates of our real estate program. Rice, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Tayo, and good evening. Hi, everybody. My name is Raiola, also known as Rice, and I'm an author and also an adjunct faculty member at NJCU. And until last year, I also had a full-time career at the United Nations. And so, last year after my position at the United Nations came to an end, I was thinking, what to do next. Of course, teaching continues, but what to do with that space that was now available and crying out to be filled. And so real estate had fascinated me for a long time. And so I was thinking about that. And around that time, I saw the email advert for the real estate classes. And so I thought, perfect timing. It had been on my mind. It had been on my heart. And now it was in my inbox. And so I signed up, I paid up, and I thought I was in for a class. But it turned out to be much, much more than just a class. It turned out to really be an experience. And what do I mean by that? First of all, the instructor is amazing. And I'm not just saying that because she's here. I actually didn't know that she'd be here. I'm saying it because it's true. And her name is Rasila. And Rasila really is incredible. And I can't speak loudly enough or proudly enough, about how excellent she is. In fact, she knows real estate so well that sometimes I wonder if maybe she's the one who invented real estate. So, but she's got a wealth of experience in real estate, which which she brings to the fore. And not only that, but she's an excellent communicator, an excellent instructor, and conducts the class in a way that really brings the students together. It creates a great synergy among the students, and it's really really dynamic. Then, in terms of the schedule, classes are in the evenings. So I know for me and many others, it worked out really well because after work, jumping into class, it's virtual. Then at least in our class, there was at least one person who was doing the opposite. He would attend the evening class, then he'd go to work. And so the schedule for the classes really it fit in well for people who had very differing work schedules and life schedules. And then when it came to preparing for the exam, that was really smooth because there was a lot of guidance from the instructor, and also students really supported each other very, very actively. And so for me, it was wonderful. It was kind of a lot adding on to what I was already doing, but it was wonderful. It was great, a great chance to stretch myself, learn something new, and really move in a new direction. So really what I'd say is that if you're considering real estate as something you want to do maybe full-time, or perhaps something you want to do part-time, or even something maybe you want to do as an add-on to things you're already fully engaged in, then I would 100% recommend this class and this instructor. I would say that Rasila is a thriller. All right, that's my personal recommendation. And for myself right now, so I'm newly on board as a real estate agent. I have a broker who I'm working under, and I'm having a great, great, great time. For now, I plan to do real estate part-time, and I really, really look forward to the journey. And so in terms of now the class here that's being offered, I believe there's a class coming up in the spring. And so I'd like to encourage everyone to go ahead and register. And with the holidays coming up, that would be an amazing holiday gift to yourself. It could be, you could consider it an Election Day gift to yourself, a Veterans Day gift to yourself, Thanksgiving Day gift to yourself. Either way, it'll be a great gift to yourself, and I'm confident that you'll really, really enjoy the class, and it'll be a stepping stone to opening up many exciting doors in real estate. So thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening as well, and please sign up for the real estate class.
Thank you so much, Rayola, for that rave review of our real estate program. And yes, Rayola is in great company. There are tons of students, tons of our completers who have nothing but great things to say about our programs. So thank you again, Rayola. That was awesome. At this point, we would like to introduce you to our amazing instructors, a few of our amazing instructors. First up is Rasila Takar, seasoned faculty of our real estate programs. Rasila?
I think Rayola said everything that I was going to say. We have fun in a class, we bullshit all day, but we learn. We want to make sure we make money. Um, I love teaching because I think it's a it's a good thing to learn from somebody who has been a student. I have been a student all my life. So all great students make great teachers. I still go to school. I had class this morning. I was taking a class. I take maybe twice a week a class because I want to make sure that I can pass on that knowledge to my students so they are current. Real estate is flexible, yet it is not flexible. So I'm going to explain to you how it works. Flexible in the sense is that yes, you can make your own hours. But why is it not flexible is you need to be able to give your all. If you can't give your all, then it is not flexible. So you really need to say to yourself, I'm going to put all my effort into it. Of course, in the beginning, it's hard. No matter what profession you go in, it's going to be hard. But as time goes by, everything becomes easy. When you were born, you couldn't talk, you couldn't walk. Today, it's like you can just talk all day long. Sometimes we don't even shut up, like me.
Mhm.
And Iola, for that matter. I had to pick on you, Iola. Sorry. I'm just saying, like you have to give chance. You have to try. You have to put yourself in it. There would be something that you need to be able to do besides taking the class. So my recommendation to you, yes, I would love to have you in my class, but make sure that you are ready for it, that you are going to go slow in the beginning. Don't jump into it. Oh, I'm going to make $1 million. You know what? If you make $1 million in first year, that'll be wonderful. But it will be slowly in the beginning. It will be fairly slow. As time goes by, everything will come natural. Somebody asks you a question, you will be able to just say it. For me, it's easy because I've been teaching for a long time, been selling for a long time, so I can just answer anybody's question. But what happened if you come into real estate class and you don't know a question, what question to ask? It's going to be same thing when you're out there in the field. You have a client asking you a question. Is it possible you may not know the answer? Yes. You need to be able to work with your broker to get the answer. So real estate is wonderful. You meet people, and you know what happens sometimes when you are talking on the phone, somebody doesn't like your voice. Is it possible they'll hang up on you? What happens when they see you in person? You make that connection. So, real estate is a personal business from one person to another. And you will be wonderful if you decide to take the class. I would be more than happy to help you even after you finish the class because I'm always available. So, anything else should I add, Tayo?
No, I think you've given us a lot of information regarding the instruction you provide in real estate. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Thank you. Stopping by is also one of our most treasured instructors, Martin K. Bear, international trade attorney and instructor of our import and export agent training. Martin, please take a moment to say hello to our prospective students.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. My background, I'm originally from Hudson County. I've been around the Port of Newark for most of my life, but I've also worked for U.S. Customs, and I was at many ports of entry. I was on land borders, I was at airports, I've been at seaports, and right now I'm teaching international trade at New Jersey City University. And I teach such subjects as importing and exporting. I also have a logistics background. As the slide indicates, I am a lawyer. I used to be with the prosecutor's office in Hudson County. I was a prosecutor for a number of years. And right now I practice customs law. I'm also a licensed U.S. Customs broker. And I'm very keen on New Jersey City University for any number of reasons. One of the reasons is they have instructors who are they're actually in the fields that they teach. They're professionals and they help design the courses that you can take. And you got to realize too that I'm sure many of you are very busy. You're raising families. You may have some kind of side hustle. You want to get together. You want to improve your lives as well. And it's an opportunity to do so by taking courses here. You can also become an entrepreneur. I want you to know that whether you're importing or you're exporting, you don't need a license. A lot of people think that they do. And as I explained, no, you don't. And we're going to talk about later on what a customs broker can do for you. You can always hire them. There are plenty of them around the port. And around the port, we have a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of importing and exporting companies. And you don't need a lot to become a part of a growing industry. And importing is going to continue to grow. Yes, it has troubles. You read the news, you've heard all about tariffs, but these are actually good times for people who are studying international trade. Businesses need to have people on board who know something about international trade. And NJCU is one of the few schools that offer something like importing and exporting. And the idea is to concentrate on the practical. This not I don't emphasize a lot of theory. I have been with U.S. Customs. I started out as a uniformed officer. I've been an import specialist. I've been around trade for a long time. I'm also allowed to practice before the U.S. Court of International Trade. So we can get technical, but what I like to emphasize is the practical. And if you're thinking about changing gears, or you're thinking about improving your position within a company, changing gears, I think you might want to think about taking courses here. And as I indicated, you can learn from real experts. Everything is online, and that can save you a lot of time. Also know that NJCU is affordable. This is something that can help you. I mean, money is tight these days, but you can wind up with a real education under your belt. And as I mentioned, you're going to learn, you're going to have practical knowledge, not just theory. And when it comes to importing, I speak a lot about that. And you'll be able to find suppliers. We'll be able to talk about products, how you classify them, how you deal with the various agencies. And the same thing with exporting. So, in conclusion, I just want you to realize that you don't need to have a law degree. You don't need to have a fancy business degree or $1 million to get started in importing or exporting. You can actually start in your apartment or right out of your house. And you may want to be an entrepreneur. You may want to work for yourself. You may want to put together some kind of business, but you need the right kind of knowledge, and that's something that NJCU offers. And they also offer the right kind of guidance. So if you have the drive to succeed, we're here and we're here to help you. And we want to help you get a good paying job, improve yourself, and we look forward to having you on board. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Martin. Thank you. Last but absolutely not least is Silvana Restrepo, founder and CEO of our food safety and founder and CEO of Food Safety Solutions and instructor of our Serve Safe Food Handler training. Silvana, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm just want to interact with you for a second. Please, hands, raise your hand if have you ever been um, ordered food or grabbing food from a restaurant? Have you ever do? Okay. So think about this. Every time that you order or grab food for a restaurant, you are trusting your health on them. So any small mistake in food safety can change everything for you. What I'm saying about that, this is where the food safety becomes important. Um, and that's what I teach here. This is how to keep your food safe from storage to prep and serving. So the customers, which it could be you, stay healthy and happy. Where you can apply this all knowledge that I'm talking about you could be an entrepreneur that wants to open a restaurant, maybe a cafe, maybe a catering service, maybe a food truck, or maybe you have to start your own business operating from home. That's where we can help you to get your certification on food safety manager. Also, if you are an owner of a restaurant already and you want to train your employees, the food handler training, it's the perfect tool um, for your helpers on site. So we have these courses offering during this fall and spring. So it's more than a certificate. It's confidence. It's trust. It's a big step forward in the food service career. So if you want to begin a new pathway um, on your professional development, could be the first step. So I invite you to scan the QR code and check the courses and get certified. Thank you for the invitation, Tayo.
Thank you so much, Silvana. The truth is at NJCU, we are truly opportune to have industry experts guiding our students through powerful instruction to amazing careers filled with upward mobility. So please take advantage of the instruction that we have to offer. Registration is open to enroll into upcoming offerings taught by each of these incredible instructors, and you can visit our website today to enroll in them. Up next, we have Adrian Wells and Karen Henderson of Cengage Group. They are powerful partners that we work with in providing instruction for our programs. Adrian, Karen, you've got the floor.
Thank you so much, Tail. Thank you, everyone, for New Jersey City University. We are happy to be here. and share just all the opportunities that NJCU makes for people to upskill. And so we are with Ed2Go. We are an online learning platform, and we a partnership with NJCU to provide online training with a wide range of subjects. So just a little bit about Ed2Go. We are an industry leader in affordable online learning for over 25 years. We act in partnership with schools such as New Jersey City University to develop course content, facilitation behind the scenes, and of an extension of what is already offered. And this allows for a more robust offering to individuals in the community. This model has allowed us to serve over 4.5 million students in learning new skills and preparing them for the most up-to-date industry relevant career skills. Currently, we have over 900 online courses and programs, and we divide those into two categories. We have a fundamentals course, which are our courses that teach basic skills for professional development or personal enrichment. So these 6-week courses are more like, I just want to test it out, or you just want to dip your toe into the pool. You're not quite sure if this is something you really want to go into. And so instead of investing a lot of time and money, fundamental courses are a great way to just get a little taste of it. These, again, like I said, they're about 6 weeks. We have self-guided, which means a student can just go in and they can learn at their own pace. We also have instructor-led. That is where an instructor moderates the courses. Essentially, they're there for support. And these courses are paced out for students. So some students need pacing. Yeah, I'm maybe one of them because I'll go off track if I don't. So I love that Ed2Go provides different modalities for people that's based on what is best for them to learn. So an example, again, we have over 800 courses. And when I think about like examples of why someone would want to do a fundamentals course, again, maybe they just want to try it out, or maybe at their job, they really just need to learn one particular thing. So think about like Microsoft Excel. Karen can vouch. We have our director is very, very good at Excel. And sometimes he expects me to be. I don't know VLOOKUPs. I'm not good at all the pivot tables. But with Ed2Go, I can take a fundamentals course just to hone in on that particular skill. So after a person goes through a fundamental course, they would get a certificate of completion at the end of it. And then we have what is our more in demand and growing need is our advanced career training courses. These are courses that prepare students for like a new career or career advancement. So I saw a lot of people in the chat saying, hey, I'm here for a brand new career. Or some people say, hey, I like it here, you know, so I just always want to look at upskilling, no matter what, whether you're going to a new career or you're in a career that you like. I feel like there is never, especially with how fast things are going in technology, there is never a time not to upskill. So that is our advanced career training courses. They usually range from about 6 months to maybe 18 months in duration, and they're a big, deeper dive into a particular subject matter expert. So we have at the end of it, you students will get all the training that they need in order to sit for an exam in which when they pass, they get an industry recognized credentials. A lot of the courses that we have exam vouchers, so you don't have to pay for an exam to take the exam afterwards. We provide the learning materials that's necessary, whether it's digital or not, and we have over 400 courses with our Ed2Go. And these courses will vary in industries that we have. So we find, as I think Martin and a few others said, it has to be flexible and it has to meet the needs for many of us are working. We have families and we can't always be in person. So this Ed2Go allows for that. And I think on the next slide, so just really quick, just to chat about some of the in-demand top courses and industries. So I was showing here some of the courses that are most in demand at Ed2Go, and it's really directly correlated to what industries are really out there that's growing and there's a need for. So in health is our number, I would say health, our allied health courses that we have are our #1 courses. I mean, there's never going to be a time where we don't need people in medical. So things like medical billing and coding, certified clinical medical assistant, pharmacy technician are very hot. Those aren't slowing down anytime soon. Again, there's always a need for people in the health careers. Advanced manufacturing and trades, we're hearing more and more about that. HVAC, residential electrician, freight broker, agent training, those are as hot as well. So lots of interest in that. And then our IT technology, again, these are fields that we won't see any slowdown in. If anything, they're going to just continue to grow. So things like cybersecurity, our CompTIA courses, software engineering bootcamp. And then for businesses can only run, when we have people behind them that can help push and move things forward. So things like professional bookkeeping with QuickBooks and human resources professional, project management. These are all the courses that are very high and in demand. And then I'm going to let Karen jump in and share a little bit more about the support that's out there for people who may not have funding necessarily in hand to take a career course.
Thank you, Miss Adrian. And also a big thanks to New Jersey City University for hosting us. It's always such a pleasure when we get to meet students in the field. My relationship with the Ed2Go team is a little bit different because I come from the workforce space. So prior to my work at Ed2Go, I worked with my community supports as far as supporting students with accessing funding for credentialed courses. So in most of my language, it's about what are those courses that really result in that hard industry recognized credential, because oftentimes that's where the rubber meets the road, right? Like when you have that credential behind your name that indicates that you have that proficiency, then that leads you to that next career ladder. I looked in the chat when we were, jumping on, like, what are people trying to do? Upskill, new career advancement. Full disclosure, when I started after my career pathway, I was pretty sure I was going to be a fitness instructor. So clearly I'm not that. And it took me multiple iterations to actually come to workforce. And it's a space that I love being in. But we all know that oftentimes it's that financial barrier. How do students access a course that can be upwards of $2,000 and $3,000? So like, how do we bridge that gap? How do we eliminate those barriers? And so I look at in my work, like, where does that funding come from? Because not only do students need training and upskilling and access to funding, the workforce needs all of us. So there's space for all of us in the workforce. And how do we meet in the middle on those things? So a lot of my work comes in WIOA. So that's Workforce Innovations and Opportunity Act. A lot of folks are like, what on earth is that acronym? So really that is federal funds that come into our state. And it is then distributed by local workforce boards who oftentimes have a vendor. So when you go to your American Jobs Center, your Career Center, where does that funding come from? And that's where WIOA lands. So they also have support services typically. So it isn't just about getting funding for training, but it's about what are resources that do I need to successfully complete training. WIOA is one of those types of funding where it is all about in demand. Adrian spoke to advanced career trainings, what is hot and up and coming, where are you going to get occupations? This is really where it comes in, is what does the industry need? So we look at those in-demand occupations. Allied health is very, very up and coming always. I think we can attribute that to our aging population and our healthcare systems. I think is just integral to what we're doing. I look at labor market data to support those. So when you go to the Career Center and, there's a common saying sometimes in workforce, like, I understand you want to do, underwater basket weaving, but there's just not a lot of job opportunity for that. And so that really is where it lies. Like, where are you going to gain employment and how are you going to be sustainable? So WIOA is definitely a resource for you to access at your local Career Center. Youth education and transition programs. This is another part sometimes of WIOA. Sometimes you'll see your job skills programs. They are those occupations that are often that 18 to 24-year-old time or age span, where it's like, okay, I'm out of high school, I'm an adult, where do I go from here? So there's oftentimes additional funding for those types of candidates or participants. And then there will be usually sustainable, or I should say, let me back up just a second, but transitional services, right? So when you're 18 to 24 and you don't necessarily yet have work skills, sometimes you need those work skills to kind of get to the next level, right? Training is great, but you also need some work skills. We work extensively with vocational rehab funding. Just anecdotally, with vocational rehab, I think there's a conception of what that looks like. But think about it as well as people who have done an occupation that is very difficult and demanding on your body over time. I recently had a call with a gentleman who was 58, and he has been an LPN for 24 years. So he basically went into it out of high school. I'm not a mathematician, but the idea being is his body was no longer allowing him to do that kind of work. So now he's resealing, like, where do I go from here? So he reached out to vocational rehab, did an assessment, determined what was going to be next steps for him, and they were able to now fund him for the next portion of his career. So people are always pivoting. So those who in the chat said change in career, there's a lot of us out there who are doing that. Another way to gain that career change. We work with employers. So in two different ways, sometimes employers, tuition assistance, they're like, sometimes it's relative to the work they do. And sometimes it's also like, these are your benefits. Like, how do you use your professional development allotment? And this can be through a lot of these online classes. You're already working during the day. You have kids at home or kids in sports or all of those demands that we have as families. And maybe I can't get online and do it till 9 o'clock at night, but I still want to upskill. Again, another opportunity to use your employer benefit. We do have the affirmed payment plan. So if you feel as though, I don't qualify for some of those funding, but I know that I can spend a certain amount of my monthly budget to put toward my advancement, then that is an option. And then the last piece here, I would just say, private funding, more than one funding source. That's very common amongst scholarship funding. A good example is allied health. There's lots and lots of grants out there for allied health, and they're not necessarily income-based. They're really about getting people into the allied health space, but oftentimes they'll only fund a portion. So if they're going to fund a portion and then you fund a portion, then that's also going to get you to where you want to end. So just know that when you are looking at courses, it isn't an immediate, like, that's not in my budget. That is not something I can afford. Please know that explore these opportunities. New Jersey City University has a wealth of knowledge about these types of resources. And so you have to do the ask by the same token. So do the ask, and there's a lot of team out there to support you in that. So these are just a handful. This doesn't even look at scholarships and all those other things. This is just a tip of the iceberg of the things to support you. And Ms. Teo, did I miss anything that you think is things I need to jump on?
I just want to make sure we did talk about the payment plan option.
I'll let Adrienne speak to the payment plan and affirm. She would be
Okay.
most knowledgeable about that end.
Yeah, so for people, yep, thank you, Tile. As Karen indicated, that we do have a firm, which many people are familiar with the firm. If you've ever gone on Amazon or some of these businesses, they're there allowing you to loan money to finance your courses. And then we also have tuition flex through Ed2Go. And really it's up to, as a student, you look at both of them and explore which one is really in your best interest, because they vary. And the reason why we offer two is to give people an option between what's going to work best for them.
Thank you so much, Adrienne. Thank you again, Karen. the partnership that we've had over the past few years continues to empower and provide economic mobility to our community. And so we're so grateful to continue that partnership and to continue to honor our community with that resource. Thank you again. We will now hear from Bisola Babalola, Student Experience and Engagement Advisor, as she walks you through our workforce development funded student admission process. Bisola?
Thank you so much, Misty. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bisola Babalola, Workforce Student Experience Advisor at NJCU. So today I will be walking you through our student acceptance roadmap for workforce programs. It's a simple process that helps you move from interest to enrollment and also to get ready for your next career step. This roadmap outlines how to go from applying to getting accepted in just 5 clear steps. So now let's talk about the 5 steps. You will complete the workforce development questionnaire. 2, you will verify program payment assistance eligibility. And step 3, you will have to confirm the questionnaire and program interest of your choice. Also, step 4, you would schedule an in-person interview. And lastly, you will receive program acceptance and the next steps. The eligibility requirements for our programs are you must be 18 or older, you must have a high school diploma or a GED, and some programs prefer a driver's license, but it's not required. So now let's get more in depth with the steps. So first, you have to fill out the workforce development questionnaire. It helps us to match you to the right program. Then you would contact your local one-stop career center to check if you qualify for payment assistance. Next. You would have to email us to confirm your questionnaire and also state your program of interest. You can also send your resume so we can prepare for your interview right on time. Step 4, you would reach out to schedule your in-person interview. It's a chance to make sure the program fits your goals and also to ask us any questions you may have. And lastly, after your interview, you get to talk about your enrollment and also the start dates, which includes your acceptance. You also gain access to tutoring, career support, and also networking resources. So I'll be talking about some more additional tips. So you can visit the NJCU Adult and Continuing Education website for updates and also have your resume and your ID ready for us, please. And our staff is always here to support you in any way or form that you might need help. NJCU offers programs in healthcare, IT, legal, and also business fields like medical billing, paralegal, clinical medical assistant, CompTIA, CISSP, and also OSHA certifications. Most of these programs include exam vouchers, so you're ready for certifications when you complete the training, which is a very good way to get right into the job market and start working. So before I finish, I want to mention the job placement support that we provide at NJCU. So once you're enrolled, you will also benefit from our job placement support. We send out our weekly newsletters to students and also the alumni that includes open job opportunities, hiring events, and also program updates. While we can't guarantee employment, we will always make sure you have the right information and the resources you need to pursue those opportunities confidently. So that's the NJCU Students Acceptance Roadmap, the 5 simple steps that you need to start your workforce journey. And we're always going to be here to help you every step of the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing all that useful information, Bisola. Our students are truly blessed to have you coach them through their educational and career advancement journey at NJCU. Before we continue, and we're slowly starting to wrap up, but before we continue, we have one final question for you all. How did you hear about this session? Was it through social media, a friend, or perhaps excuse me, how did you hear about this event? Was it through social media, a friend, or perhaps an email from us? We'd love to know where you found out about today's event, so feel free to share it in the chat. Thank you all so much as you share. Now, we're going to quickly walk through our fast and easy enrollment process, just general enrollment process for all our programs. Getting started is easy. Simply scan the attached QR code or visit our website to explore our wide range of programs and courses. You can browse categories such as career training and fundamental courses, select your industry or interests, and review course offerings. Each course page provides essential details, including descriptions, schedules, requirements, deadlines, costs, payment options, FAQs, and more. Once you've found the right course, you click Enroll Now to access the registration and payment portal. You follow the prompts to create an account and complete your payment. After submitting your payment, you'll receive a welcome email with the course details and login credentials if they're an online course or if they're in person, details on the location of the course. And just like that, you're all set to begin your learning journey with us. If you're sponsored by a workforce development program, employer, community organization, or another third party funding source, your enrollment process may have specific requirements set by your sponsor. To ensure a smooth registration experience, we recommend reaching out to your funder for personalized guidance. Our team is also here to assist you with the necessary steps and documentation required for your funding source. For support, please contact us using our email address and we'll help you navigate the registration process tailored to your sponsorship. We hope the information we've shared has been helpful in giving you a clear understanding of our programs. Now we'd love to hear from you. We're open. The floor is open for a Q&A session. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat or raise your hand emoji if you'd like to speak. Our team is here to provide clarity and address any inquiries you may have. The chat is open, and as we said, feel free to use your raised hand emoji if you'd like to um, ask your question. We'll give a few moments for that. All right, a question has come in. Nancy Reinhardt wants to know if this slide deck will be emailed to the participants on the call. The answer is yes. We love to gift all of our participants of our events, and one of the gifts we do provide is our presentation so that you have all of the information shared at your fingertips. Yes. We have another question from Carmen Zelaya. Actually, let me back up. The questions are coming in quickly. Diana Fuentes, you have a question. Is there a special tuition program for seniors 55 and over? While we do not have any discounts specific for seniors, a lot of our courses are discounted. For instance, if you enroll into our real estate course and you bring a friend, you get $50 off of that course. Our international trade does have a slight discount, even group rates. If you come in with a group of 3 or more, you can get a 10% discount off of that course. Hope that helps to answer your question, Deanna. Carmen Zelaya asks, the programs are
Thank
for
you.
local American residents or can be for international students? The answer is in the chat, but I'll read it out for all. Our programs are available for everyone, everywhere. As long as you have a computer, access to online platforms, whether it be Zoom or our learning management systems, you can take our classes from anywhere, from just about anywhere in the world, to be specific. Uh, Carmen has another question. The prices are the same. Carmen, could you clarify your question? I want to make sure that that it's being answered accurately. You asked if the prices are the same. Perhaps you can clarify that question. While she clarifies, I'm going to move on to the next question. Um, We actually do have a link to our courses, our workforce development courses. If you are interested, you can just visit our website and click on the workforce development, and you will see all of the courses that we offer through the New Jersey Department of Labor funding, and that's what Karen was alluding to in terms of our workforce development WIOA funding, and some of what Bisola also talked about earlier. There's a list of courses, and that's available on our website under workforce development. Okay. Uh, are most courses online? I'm sorry. Are most courses online and or some in person? The answer to that question is yes. Most of our classes, I would say almost 95% of our courses are available online to ensure that our participants have that flexibility. A lot of us are busy. We're juggling multiple aspects of life, and we want to make sure that our students have that flexibility to be able to jump on an online platform and take our courses. So most of them are online. We do have a few that are in person for those who do prefer in-person offerings, and you can view our website to see what are in person and what are online. Trishelle Thomas asks, I was a college dropout and I recently applied to NJCU as a transfer student. As I dropped out, I was not able to accumulate necessary amounts of credits. Do I have a chance of being accepted to NJCU? The answer is yes. NJCU is um, open to to admitting you into whether it be credit bearing courses or the courses that we specifically offer here, which is non-credit programs. And we do have what we call our CPL program, our credit for prior learning. And that is when you take some of our non-credit programs, we can actually evaluate those programs and turn them into credit program so that you can continue your journey to gaining a degree. So all the credits you took prior to pausing your degree program don't have to be wasted, all right? And they can be continued with our non-credit programs. You can take our non-credit offerings and then get those evaluated and so that you can continue your degree pathway journey. All right. Okay. Um, let's see. I want to make sure we're getting all the questions. All right, all right. Thank you all so much for such an engaging Q&A session. We're grateful. Natalia asked, greetings. I would like to know a little more about the courses which include the voucher. What does that mean? Adrian, perhaps you can unmute and help answer that question. She wants to know more about the vouchers that are included with our courses.
Yep, absolutely. So the vouchers are essentially it's an access for you to go take the exam. So instead of you taking the Ed to Go course, completing it, and now you have to go and pay another fee for the exam to sit for the exam, we include that voucher for that exam for you. So there's no additional cost to take that exam.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And it's really beneficial to those who are getting funded, especially with workforce development, because once workforce development through whether it be WIOA or the Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, they can pay for your studies and your exam voucher. So you don't need to worry about any of that as you transition into your career field. You can just take your course, take your program, and workforce and DVR will take care of the funding uh, completely. Let me make sure we're getting all the questions here. Deanna asks, my question too is if your course provides credit for those who may be collecting unemployment. Okay, as we mentioned before, our non-credit courses are available to be evaluated for credit through our credit for prior learning program. So you can email us to get more information on those programs specifically. But a vast majority of them are available for credit for prior learning. So if you take our non-credit programs, we can evaluate them to provide you actual college credits so that you can continue on to a degree pathway. All right. Can CPL be applied to internships that I worked in the past? Yes, it's possible. It's possible that internships that you participated in the past can be evaluated for credit. So once you reach out to us, we will speak to our transfer resource center. They'll look at all of the information that you provide of your experiences, all your learning experiences, and they will compute that and let you know how many of those can gain college credits. All right. Are there any other questions? Just have a moment or two for final questions as we wrap
I
up
have a
today.
question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I was typing it, but I was like, I should just unmute my mic and talk.
No worries. Is
Um,
that Tariq Miller? Am I
yes.
pronouncing your name correctly?
Okay,
Awesome.
so my
Go ahead.
question, I have another question about the prior learning credit thing. I asked my question about the internships, and I had a follow-up question. So I'm currently doing a Coursera Google certificate program that I got through the Jersey City Public Library. So I wanted to know if I could get credits for doing that as well.
Okay. Thank you for asking that question, Tariq. It's the answer is similar to what I mentioned before. All the courses that you've taken before that you believe may be able to gain you some college credits, we'll grab all of them and we'll evaluate them. We will look at, the length of the course. We'll compare it to our curriculum and what you'd like to weigh that course against to determine whether or not it is credit worthy. We don't turn down anything. We will do our best to evaluate everything you bring to us, so that if there is an opportunity for you to gain credits from it, that those credits are awarded to you.
Also, I saw that someone put in the contact the address. So I know where this is at in Hepburn Hall. So
Yes.
what should I bring with me when I go to the office? Or should I just call before? Like what's the next steps that I should take?
So do us a favor and just shoot us an email. Remind us that you were at this amazing event today, and I will personally answer your questions and forward you onto our transfer resource center so that we can get the evaluation process going for you.
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions as we wrap up tonight? All right. If there are no other questions, I do want to say that we truly value your feedback and want to hear from all of you. All of you. We want to make sure that we're creating, events that truly answer your questions and meet your needs. So your feedback helps us to do that and shape our events, our future events. You can scan the QR code on the screen. It only takes a minute to complete our form, and we greatly appreciate your input. Plus, as a thank you, everyone who fills out the survey will receive exclusive early access to details on our upcoming events and the recording of today, along with the slide deck that we shared. We'd love to stay connected with you and keep you in the loop about exciting opportunities and updates. Simply scan the QR code to follow us on our social media platforms. We have also included our office information, so do not hesitate to stop by in person, and we will be glad to assist you with any of your needs. Thank you to our presenters for an insightful session and to all of you for joining us today. We appreciate your time and engagement. We hope you found this session valuable and are excited to take the next steps in your learning journey. Don't forget to register and take advantage of the opportunities our programs offer to enhance your skills and advance your career. Look out for follow up emails with key resources, deadlines, and contact details. And if you have any questions, we're here to help you. We look forward to welcoming you again soon to our next event. Thank you all so much and have a great evening.
Thanks so much. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Good night.